Some parents are obsessed with checking their teenagers' phones, their followers on Instagram, the people who they are following, their accounts in social media, their text messages, their searching history. I understand that they, as parents, they want to create and they want to brought up their kids, their teenagers, in the safest environment. They do it because they want to be helpful, because they think that they do something good for their teenagers, and in this way they are protecting them from the evil world. First of all, you can protect them for now. The evil and the darker side of the world in which we live in, one day we will find them, and one day they will get face to face. So I don't know how good it is to create this artificial balloon, this safe space, because in life it's not gonna be always like this. Second of all, if you're too nosy and if you're always checking their social media accounts, who they're following, who they're texting to, it is not that hard, actually, for them to open a page in the private browser, to create an account, and after this to close it. I mean, to don't have the app and to do it through the private part of Safari. After this, the whole search history, everything is deleted. So, they're again able to have a secret social media account. This is what I mean when I say that checking and that much of a harsh control can give you the opposite effect. They will start hide who they are texting to, they will start to hide their interests, they will start to hide who they are following and who they are followed by. They will be hiding everything from you because, for instance, they know that you will judge them or you will punish them. I personally don't find it right to be so nosy and to check a phone of a 13 and above years old teenager. These are the years when the human being is developing, when the human being is turning into an adult. They start to have their own interests. They have to start to have friends, romantic relationships. I don't find it normal you to be controlling the life of your 16 years old boy. I know that sometimes the teenagers, they're not that mature, they don't have that much of a common sense, but I believe that it's better to develop this healthy sharing relationship rather than you to be always controlling and always supervising and always restricting from everything. If you have all of these restrictions, you won't be able to build this healthy relationship between you and your teenager, because how I said, they will start hide from you and they will just do whatever they want to do, but secretly and hidden from you without your knowledge. The fact that you don't know, it doesn't mean that they don't do it. I know that there are so many dangerous and harmful people out there, and they use especially social media to find their victims. You need to accept the fact that one day your little kid is going to turn into an adult, and you cannot always be there to protect them. You cannot always be there supervising their friends, supervising their life, who they're meeting, where they're going. Someday, this responsibility will be theirs and not yours anymore. And you need to accept and you need to be okay with this fact as a parent. I believe that checking the phones constantly and getting into their private space, because to be sincere, we have all of our information and everything about us is in our phones. For me, someone to get into my phone, it means to get into my private space, something which I absolutely hate. Constantly getting into their private space, I think that you can traumatize them and you can build a really harmful relationship between you and them. At one point in their life, when they have more freedom, when they have financial independency, I don't think that you would be in the best relationship. Maybe they will just leave and will never turn back and they will not able to stand you, because you have always been getting into their private space and you have always been restricting them from different things, even though the fact that they are turning into adults and that they need their freedom, that a teenager needs it experience, they need to try new things. Sometimes it's going to be a failure, but in this way, they're building experience and they're having their own wisdom because they're trying, they're failing, after this they're trying again, they're in process of searching for themselves to find their true personality, to find what they want to do with their lives, to achieve their dreams and their goals. And I think that all of the parents should give this freedom to their teenagers. A parent, for me, it means to be there when your kid is passing through some failure, disappointment in their life because they have tried something and they have failed, they have understood that this is not for them, or they have lost something, some type of failure. You, as a parent, to be there and to support them and to encourage them and to be brave of them that they are trying new things, that they are experimenting and that they are open to the world, but not to be there to be judging. As a parent, you need to be there to support and to encourage, not to judge, not to restrict that much. It is healthy. Of course, that there should be limits. Of course, that there should be some restrictions because in our world overall, we have different laws, there are restrictions. All we know, give freedom to your teenagers to build their own experience.